Hi, this is Mr. Fleming, and this video is for my upper level students, my R3, my R4, my AP students. We're talking about process, and we're also talking about our sketchbooks and the work we're supposed to be doing in our sketchbook. Now, we have been working this week on gesture drawings, and I've gone through many demonstrations in class and I did a video for it, but this is what we're looking for, is you to work out your proportions, your volumes, and you're trying to create a naturalistic movement to the human form. And I did talk about this taking on several different roughs that you want to kind of draw many roughs, not finished drawings, but several sketches that allow you to kind of experiment and explore the human form, both male and female, how they move. I do want you to understand volume and how the structure of the body works. We talked about different techniques of breaking the body down into its geometric shapes and then shading in the volume. Of course, you've got to decide the light source and keep that consistent. I'm going through some of my sketchbook to give you some of the examples that I want you to draw in your own time. I do want this to be a study of anatomy, of nature, and how the human form actually looks in space. And this is really very important, not just as an artist, but if you're going to be a professional artist in any way, shape, or form, a very keen understanding of the human body and how it works in space. There's just no substitute for it. Again, I think the sketches should be quick. I think they should be focused, but not necessarily trying to produce a final draft, at least not yet. I do want the exploration of the figure, and you can bring some drawings to a more refined state, but again, this should be a sketchbook problem, or sketchbook issue. Now, I'm going to go through some other paintings here in a second. In class, we talked about the whole figure, but in your sketchbook this week, I'd like you to focus a little bit on individual parts. How the hand also breaks down into geometric shapes, and studying the hand in different positions and gestures, and really trying to get the whole figure as a study. We talked about this, I know it's funny, but people are avoiding feet. You have to do some studies of feet. I'm not sure what the problem is with feet, but if it really is an issue, I think you can do something like this where you break the foot down to its geometric shapes and then try to put the detail on it. But you do want to have a good study of all the parts of the body, including the hands, including the feet. Now, our end game really is a full figure. Before you get to that full figure, I do want you to study the figure as it moves in space. Foreshortening, you can see here I've done the study of the knee, and moving position from the knee changes the shape dramatically. And this needs to be done many times before you get to be really skilled at it. I also want to stress on understanding the structure underneath the muscle and the skin. I think this is the most important part, I really do. Mechanically understanding how the body physically moves through space, it really can give you a sense of naturalism that really will improve your drawings. The end game will be to have a final draft, and I'd like maybe by the time you come back in after Thanksgiving holiday to have an idea about where you want to go to as a final draft. The idea is to have male and female with the study on of anatomy, but it should be a finished drawing, and this one is really just a rough, but I'm looking at trying to produce the same pose, both male and female. But I did over here a lock of hair. You know, breaking the shapes down to its simplest shape, anything can be broken down, even a curlicue of a hair, and really it can help you studying the figure. This one here is a little bit different. This was Botticelli's Primavera. I took these figures, these are three fates. Here we have three females, but please look at the form. They are in what's called the contrapposto form, or contrapposto pose rather. It's just seen from three different positions, but this is considered a very natural pose. In the classroom, we have Vernesse's Hercules I did in the round, but that too was the contrapposto pose, balancing the weight all on one leg. And that's what I'm looking for in your sketchbook. Now, it's a holiday. Thanksgiving's coming up. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. but I'd like to squirrel some time away to be in that sketchbook. So when you come back from the holiday, I'll see 25, 30 different gesture drawings and a couple ideas of where you want to go for a final draft. Again, it's 2 figures, anatomy, naturalism. That's what I want to kind of focus on. So have a very happy Thanksgiving, and God love you all, and make art because art won't make itself.